What is the weather like in Eugene, Oregon? Well, we've decided to do a month-by-month weather report for each month in 2024. I get this question all the time. What is the weather like? Does it really rain all the time? Well, we're going to answer that question month by month. So be sure and hit that subscribe button if you want to see our monthly weather reports and a little bit of real estate sprinkled in. Today is January 31st. You can see it's a little gloomy outside. It's dry. It's warm. It's about 55 degrees and a little breezy at 8:30 in the morning.
So we started off January 1st with a beautiful sunny day. It was about 47 degrees. We took a trip out to Dexter Lake to take the dogs to play, run, and just enjoy the really nice weather that we were having. And then fog. Lots of nice thick fog. There are mountains beyond those trees, but you can't see them today.
In January, our average temperatures, the high is 47 and our lows are 34. But this January, our high got up to 68, which was a record breaker, and our low was 22.
And then we get another nice sunny day as we're moving through the month. Back to people saying it rains all the time in Oregon, that's just not true. The Willamette Valley is wet and soggy at times, but with all these nice sun breaks intermittent between the rain and the fog, it definitely perks up your mental state.
January 13th brought a whole new meaning to ice storm, to freezing rain. They predicted it was coming, but they didn't really know how long or how devastating the storm was going to be. As you can see, there's ice forming on everything. And just walking down the driveway was treacherous, to say the least.
We didn't really know how this was going to play out, but as you can see, the ice is clinging to the trees. When it hits the ground, it freezes. When it hits anything, it freezes. Even along this hot wire for our horse, it just clings to everything. You can see how saggy the trees are becoming. It's actually quite scary. And this went on for several days. We ended up losing our power for 8 days. It was quite spooky when the trees started cracking from the weight of the ice. This is when it had quit raining, but now it was frozen fog. Frozen fog was sticking to everything. You can see how sad the trees look. This is not snow at all. This is all ice, just ice. The driveway was so slippery you could barely walk down the driveway. It's probably one of the most devastating weather events we can have in the Willamette Valley. Thank heavens it doesn't happen very often. This was probably one of the strongest ice storms we've ever had, and we're not looking forward to the cleanup. And then right after the ice storm,
the temperature spiked up into the 60s, so it only took a day to melt all the ice, and that was on January 22nd. But it definitely left devastation everywhere. Eugene, Springfield was out of power. In fact, today is the 31st of January, and there are still people that are out of power, and the storm started on January 13th. It was back to just rain on the 22nd, but the last few days, it's been very beautiful. Lots of pretty sunrises. And several beautiful rainbows. So we're ending the month for about last week. It has actually been in the 60s. We broke a record with a high of 68 a few days back. And the nighttime temperatures have been fairly warm as well. They've been in the 40s. Overall, January was very active.
And back to some sunshine. So here's your January weather report. So you see, it's not just rain, rain, rain.
So our average rainfall in January is 6.87, and this year, 2024, we're closing it up at just a little over 10 inches of rain. Be sure and subscribe so you can see how February shakes out. Well, I hope you enjoyed this peek at January weather 2024. If you're thinking about moving to Eugene, we have a relocation guide down in the description box below. We'd be happy to answer all your questions. All of our contact information is in the description box below. You all have a fabulous day.